But we are now.
Wait, guys, I have this. Wait, Marcus, be quiet. Wait, that's them knees coming back into WWE. Them creaky knees.
I heard him.
I was like, oh my God.
It's the Tin Man. It's the Tin Man.
Put some oil in the knees.
Now, I hate to make fun of Sister Tegan like this, but when she came out and with exposed knees, I didn't see that coming, Manny, because you spoiled it. You spoiled it. I had no clue she was bad. You went, oh my God, it's Tegan Knox in the text. And I didn't see it yet. And I go, oh. And then I go, well, I get home and I see it. I see that she exposed the knee. And I went, oh, there we go.
Man, them knees look like they fell in a box of glitter and they've been shining ever since.
How dare you? They do not. They do not, Eric. They do
you
not.
Can see
Don't ruin that line.
Look at the scar. Look at the shiny scar. I mean, those, Manny, first of all, it works because what is her finishing move?
The shiniest wizard.
Exactly. Some shiny knees right there.
That actually isn't the thumbnail. I just thought I put this.
I hate that. That one makes me sick.
That one also makes
looks
Vince
like
sick.
He's in amazing shape.
Marcus, I was gonna say, I think the fact that his impeccable shape, and right here also, when you look at Ricochet, you don't realize how small he is because he looks huge, and like people are like, that's a star. That they see him in person, it's like, oh, he's a little man, but he's still cut.
He's also the only American to win a World Cup today.
Wow!
Oh wow! Jesus, Manny. Way to kick the country when we're down.
Damn.
Way to kick us while we're down. Okay?
Well, there have been 2 WWE World Cups, and the USA have won them twice with Shane O'Mac and now Ricochet. Well, 2 people Vince McMahon hate.
So, it is 100% clear the only way the United States is to win the World Cup if we rig the motherfucker. Because that's what we're looking at.
So, Betty, I'm pretty sure we still don't have an opening, so we're just gonna cut off the thumbnails and go straight to the video, right?
Yeah.
I mean, straight to us.
Unless you want an intro.
No, I don't want an intro because remember, we are not having an intro until Marcus do a new one.
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Welcome everybody to the Sharpshooters. I am Eric.
I'm Lord Manny Hayes.
And hold on, custom intro.
That's my son! That's my boy!
But yeah, I'm Marcus the grand finale, and yes, I am an American, but I will not admit that out loud when it's talking about sports.
But are you the all-American Jackie Swags?
you know, Marcus, I understand what you mean, man. You have to blame
the people.
You have to blame the Los Angeles Lakers for giving you hope for the fact that they beat the Milwaukee Bucks for no reason and it made people believe that the USA could beat the Netherlands in the Sweet 16 of the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, they put hope in my ass, Eric. They put hope in my ass. They put hope in my ass. Okay, that's what happened to me. I haven't had anything penetrate my asshole before, but then last night the Lakers put hope in my ass that anything's possible. Anything is possible.
You know, Manny, I'm shocked. You would think that we had a production meeting or something like that you were prepared for those gifts that show up when Marcus talks about the penetration of his anal cavity. But Marcus and Manny, let's talk about something else that penetrated this week. This was a week that you guys.
What segue is that?
What kind of segue is that?
It's a bad segue. But this week, I remember it was billed as the 5-star classic before it would happen. I have a question for both of you guys. I'll start with you first, Manny, for alphabetical order. What was the best wrestling match of the week for you?
It's still actually no.
Nah,
it is Escobar. It is Escobar. Escobar and Richard O'Shea.
Marcus, what about you? Do you agree with that? Is it Escobar, O'Shea, or did Dash? I mean Dak. Sorry, not Dash. Dash. I don't know what Dash do. Dax and Danielson live up to the hype that you set for them?
Well, no, my favorite match of the week is obviously the 6-person tag match that took place on NXT with Toxic Attraction. No. It's 1000%. It's 1000% Santos and Ricochet. I just enjoyed that match. It felt like a sporting event when you were watching that match, in which it didn't seem like a wrestling match. Other than the part when Ricochet decided to do some springboard running up the ramp and then get Hurricane Ronda to the outside for no real reason. Other than that, it felt like these two people. Santos looked like he had a strategy and didn't understand why none of it was working.
Well,
time. Santos was stressed.
Manny, you might as well switch over to the SmackDown because that's where we're going to be. All right. I mean, I think the greatest thing about the whole match is that Santos' strategy involved having all of his assets with him, having Joaquin Wilde, who was dressed for whatever he was dressed for, Zelina Vega, who was doing perfectly fine on commentary until she had to get up and question why they were kicked out for ringside, and then the referee, overexerting his power, decided to kick her out too. And at that point, Santos was like, "Oh my God, what am I supposed to do now?"
I think we should have 30 seconds or 1 minute of full kayfabe talk, and I want to talk about this referee's abusing his power.
Go ahead,
Zelina Vega didn't do anything. She was doing what every manager would do in this scenario. What the fuck did they do? You can't tell me because you didn't see it. You didn't see anything wrong. You threw us out because we are of Latino descent. You don't ever throw. I didn't see anybody throw out the Imperium in the Kofi Kingston match.
No,
they had the damn food. The Imperium,
yeah, because they
thrown out.
They got thrown out by Braun Strowman.
I don't see people getting thrown out in the nonsense on Raw.
Well, Marcus,
there's all these run-ins. You know people are going to interfere.
But
Selena
you have to
was
understand,
doing an exceptional job on commentary. Had nothing to do with it. That's why she was arguing the call. He had no reason to throw her out. Now, if you want to throw out Mendoza and Del Toro, no,
you just saved the same person.
Hold on, Del Toro and Wilds is fine. It's fine. But this motherfucker overexerted himself, and I don't like him because he has a beard. Okay.
Well, Marcus, you know how it is when you have a new employee and that new employee gets into the job and they try to submit their position in the company. And I think that's what this young referee was doing. He was just trying to make his mark to show that he had control of the situation, and he wasn't going to let these people, run roughshod around his ring.
What he mean by these people? Okay, as a black man in America, I am not going to sit here and let my brown brothers and sisters be discriminated against. Okay, that's what I want to hear about. I don't think nobody's talking about that. And then when he did, he threw it with so much glee. And I think he was making a right-wing political statement when he was throwing them out the thing, as he was throwing them out.
He was the only white person in this match.
Yeah, he was the only white person in the match.
Yeah, he was making a statement. He was showing out for the Caucasian colonizers in the crowd. I know what he was doing. Don't tell me what he was doing. I saw what he was doing. He rigged it for the UN. Eric, where's that referee from?
I don't know.
But America. America.
But Marcus, I have a question for you. Let me ask you this question. Dax and Brian Danielson, they had a very good match.
We're back in the real show.
No, we're going back there. And then we had this match between Ricochet and Santos. Do you think, although we really didn't care about the World Cup stakes of this match, but do you think having that little bit behind it is what propelled this match to being a little bit more? Because it felt very important.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Eric, you've been to a restaurant. Manny, you as well been to a restaurant. And we've all ordered the water, right? We've all ordered the water. And they sometimes ask you, would you like a lemon with that water? The lemon don't do much, but it's there, and you like it anyway. I'm just saying.
No,
that's
Marcus,
all that World Cup trophy was. It was a little squeeze of lemon.
That lemon is a trap, because that lemon allows them to charge you extra for that water. Whereas if you just ask for just water, free, complimentary.
They charge you extra for a lemon up there, Manny?
They had a lemon that water cost £5.
As you guys know, I
charge us for it on lemon, Manny.
I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was. I mean, I even text you guys how about it was fire. The fact that my dumb ass didn't realize that they have already fought before in one of my favorite company, Lucha Underground. I was like, oh, that's where Santos was. So I've always been a fan of Santos, even before I knew who he was. I was just upset that he lost. Really was. I mean, Ricochet is going to get killed again by Gunther. We know this.
I don't think so. I think he might win the title.
Really?
He did.
It might be like one. Do you know? End of last year, I think it was 2 years ago. Ended going into the new year when Big E won the Intercontinental title. I think it's gonna be one of those like big, win type things.
Oh, nah.
So
I got him.
I think it is because it's what he's beat him twice. They're just gonna let dominate him from a third time?
Yeah, the third time he's gonna get his ass whooped. He's gonna get his ass whooped the third time, and because we're going Strowman versus Gunther at the Rumble for the Intercontinental title. There's no way we don't go that route.
So we started with the main event because the main event was fire for SmackDown, but the show actually started off with the Bloodline minus Roman Reigns opening the show, where the Bloodline, Jimmy, Jay, and Solo gave Sammy Uso his
Solo
roses.
did nothing, Eric. Solo did nothing. It was just the Uso. Don't credit Solo. Solo was like this.
Let's also be real. It was actually Jimmy. Jimmy did more talking than he ever did, but then Jimmy later on decided to plant seeds.
Solo was like this.
I love the reenactment for Manny. Full dramatic reenactment.
Solo was like this.
Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't know we had special guest Solo Sikoa.
So Sammy got his roses. It informed himself he was feeling oozy. Interrupted by the Brawling Brutes, and you get Sammy versus Sheamus in a pretty good match to start the show off. A very solid match between both individuals.
Don't forget the dab up by both Usos.
The double simultaneous dab up when they did the double. I was like, oh my god, he's one of them. This is great. Can I lump all these segments into one?
Go ahead, Marcus. Do what you want to do.
In the back, why Jimmy trying to start shit? Why Jimmy
trying to start
shit? Why Jimmy got like they sitting back there? I got a question though. You gonna let him just lie to your face like that? We have peace. Why you gonna bring up some old shit like that? It don't matter. He got reasons to lie.
I can't imagine. So like Roman said, "Oh, I've seen enough from what from Sammy," but like I can't imagine when Sammy turns on them or something. The pain in Jey Uso's face. The man forgave him. The man took him in.
I mean, and I kind of
he's going to feel so betrayed. He's never going to be able to trust again.
I kind of understand Jimmy's position of what he's doing to Jay because, Marcus, you and I, we're some heartless bastards. We love to see Riot wallow in misery. So I can understand. Maybe he enjoyed Jay being so upset dealing with Sammy and Sammy being a damn fool.
Well, in Manny's point, when the great attacking happened, who knows when it's going to happen? When Sammy gets destroyed by the Bloodline. I would love for Jey Uso to stand up for him and just be like, no, guys, not now. But then be the hammer that hits him in the back of the head, but emotionally breaks him for life. I would love for that to be his character forever, where he kind of just be like, I can never love again, man. I can never love again. Whenever that happens, I think that should be the story. But Sheamus beat them with a shillelagh and said, you're going to have to get to us in a tag match, not knowing that they were booked already for Monday.
Well, he was trying to get that title match, man. Trying to get that title match. Everybody trying to get their title match against the tag team champions. And then, unfortunately, they have that match already. So I'm going to skip a segment because we can talk about that when we get to the match. But Bray Wyatt is denying attacking LA Knight last week. He said someone else. Manny, last week you said you're getting sick of this. It's still continuing. Was this more of it? Leading to more of your frustration?
I'm just getting sick of Bray talking. Just do something already. Have a match.
He does.
Do something. He's been back since what? October?
Extreme Rules.
What the fuck has he done other than talk and get interrupted each time? He's just a more higher paid Elias at this point.
Whoa.
Who have the match? Who have the match that the Brawling Brutes wanted?
Yeah, so but they were booked. They called dibs.
Dibs.
I said first. We said first. Me and Riddle has first. Okay, and now we have to put this graphic like we're gonna win. This is embarrassing to us. They're like the United States coming up Monday. You got no chance in winning against the Usos. But I enjoy hearing Bray talk because you know what? That's what Bray did best. That's what he does best. Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. Bray talks better.
Be a manager. You'll be a manager. I don't want to. Don't sell me on some stuff that's gonna take forever and call it long-term booking.
I want to know where it's going. Where he was like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." Because if it was me, there'd be nothing left of him. I like someone that talk like that. I was like, "That's a cold motherfucker right there."
Oh, but Marcus, I agree with Marcus, but I agree with Manny. Words mean absolutely nothing if you don't do anything to back those words up. I mean, I don't care.
It's going somewhere.
Where?
Give it time.
It's taking me to bed. It's making me go to sleep.
No. We say give it time, but we say the exact same shit about AEW and get fed up when it takes them too long to get to a story.
But
I'm getting tired of this.
Somewhere. I believe it's going somewhere. It's like in AEW where the House of Black will talk their nonsense for 2 months and then do nothing.
Marcus, he's been doing the same thing right now, Marcus. I'm with Manny.
But I care about Bray Wyatt.
Hold on, you made your point. I'm with Manny. I'm on the trolley right now, and I'm pulling the rope because I'm ready to get off of it. Like we do not give we don't give AEW the line of rope to check, especially I don't, and I'm not going to do the same for WWE. This Bray thing is stale. It's something needs to be done because I mean, how many times like we don't even get follow up when his Uncle Hottie shows up? Like it's ridiculous.
He showed up again this week. It's
but they don't play it. The commentary don't even talk about it.
Yeah,
they act like they don't even see Uncle Howdy.
We're acting like it didn't happen. We're acting like Uncle Howdy is how it was when Bray was making his return, where just stuff just happens in the audience. I'm sick of it. I want him to do something.
I think you're impatient. I think that it is going somewhere. I trust the Uncle Howdy.
It could be going somewhere, but it's taking forever.
You know what, Marcus?
Marcus, let it sit.
I think you're a WWE Bray Wyatt Mark. I said it.
I don't care. My name's Mark. I don't give a fuck.
So, speaking of something
I'm just saying, just a little bit. I'm just saying, I'm intrigued, and I want to see LA Knight get his ass whooped again. I'm just saying, I'm enjoying that part of it.
My question for you now, because I asked Manny about Bray, are you since we have stories that are going places? This story about Moss and Emma. Why do we care if they want to give each other and wish each other luck before matches, before they both get murdered by whoever they fight? I don't think I need an Emma giving that kiss on the cheek to Riddick Moss before she gets destroyed. No, I don't need that.
You can get rid of the sugar?
No, why?
You know what? You know why? And I'm gonna attack my boy Dax and Bryan Danielson on this way. Because even that little bit of sugar was more than what Dax and Bryan Danielson had. Because, yes, they went out and had a great match. Loved them both. Dax, my favorite wrestler of the year. Having an amazing year. Going to continue with the FTR and the Acclaim match on Wednesday. Can't wait to see what more does Papa Uncle Dax has left in his gas tank of matches. But it at least gave you emotion like, something may happen here where Shayna may kill Emma. And Riddick Moss is going to be heartbroken or something about it. Or maybe they get a character change where they turn evil and use their inspiration. They talk each other up for evil. I don't know where it's going, but I'm okay with at least something. It's not just a random ass Emma versus Shayna match.
So, Manny,
give me some drama.
My question for you now in this situation, Emma goes out there. She gets destroyed by Shayna, who said earlier that Ronda's not there. And then Shotzi made the save. So does this mean that Shotzi is not done in the title picture against Ronda, that she's still in that mix?
I'm guessing so. But then if you paid attention to these dirt sheets, the plan is to move forward with Raquel going into Royal Rumble against Ronda. So maybe Shotzi's probably going to keep her occupied through December. And then come January, you move towards Raquel.
Mark, do you like the whole occupation of Shotzi in this situation, or do you feel like they could have put somebody else to maybe fill the void?
Well, Raquel's injured. How do you do the story? They're doing the storyline either way. They're keeping their plans in. She's out for 4 to 6 weeks with whatever. I forget what's wrong with her. Broken elbow, bicep or something, elbow. And they want to continue their story. I'm fine with that. But I disagree with the statement that Emma was destroyed. As Michael Cole said, a very gamed Emma tonight. A very gamed Emma. She was gamed.
All right.
Michael Cole is lying. Michael
know he
Cole
was
is
lying. I was like, she got fucked up, Michael. She brought nothing to this. Emma got fucked up. You talking about she gained for this one. That is a nice way to say it. She got the boots to her ass. That's what happened to her.
So, like we talked about how Bray Wyatt, at least Manny and I talked about how Bray Wyatt though wrestled, how he does more talking and has more packages. But there's one person on the roster who does more talking and more packages and less wrestling, and that's the always being repackaged Lacey Evans. We got another Lacey Evans video where she's in boot camp, apparently going back to her roots. And I'm just like, I just don't care. And I think we should just move on from this.
Brother. Hold on, brother. Don't you put this evil on Lacey Evans. She went back to basics, okay? She going back to basics. Don't put this on her. And first of all, how dare you say that and let the Viking Raiders exist and not have the records of being the most repackaged team in the history of the WWE?
They have
It's not repackaging. It's not repackaging. It's just a new adjective in front of their name when they come back.
Marcus, the Viking Raiders are still the same, Marcus. Lacey Evans came back as multiple things. I remember she was she was the female William Regal's version of the man's man. She was a woman's woman.
She was a classic Southern Belle, and then she came back. That's all she already been to, and then she's back. The Southern Belle. Then she came back as the Marine, as the Marine, kind of a Marine, but Hoochie Five.
Acknowledge me, Marine.
And then she went back to base, so she's still kind of Marine. She's still kind of the same segment, but I also agree. When she was going back to base, I died laughing because I was like, "Oh, she going back to base."
So when I died laughing, when I died laughing, and this is what I'm grouping today on SmackDown, is when we're backstage and Coffee Keeks is being interviewed for no good damn reason, but he's just announcing he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble, and the next thing you know, Imperium shows up and they start some static, and the next thing you know, Coffee is in a match against Gunther, and it's like, damn, Coffee, you ain't got no chest left. Why are you doing this to yourself? I mean, I prayed for his chest, and I saw Manny post about Coffee's chest too when he was watching it. Manny, why would they put his chest in this situation? This was too dangerous.
Do you know when you play Pokemon, and the old school one where you're a good while away from Pokemon centers to heal your Pokemon, so you end up in a random battle. And your last Pokemon has gone like its last HP. That's what Kofi Kingston's chest is on. It's just hanging on for life. It's hanging on for dear life. And then he decides to infuriate the scary Austrian.
Well, first of all, in Kofi's offense, he was not talking to him. Okay, Kofi was talking to Ludwig and Giovanni. He was talking to them. As he said to Gunther, what, you just hanging off screen? Is that what you doing? You just off camera right now? Like just off to the side waiting to pop up out of nowhere? Because he clearly realized he done fucked up when Gunther walked into that room and go, oh, I didn't think he would be the one. I thought I was talking to them fools. So Kofi fucked up. But his mouth normally gets him in this trouble anyway. I mean, he went out there, and I think he lost the last XP of his chest. No. Kofi died 2 weeks later.
So we go back to...
Can we have a moment of silence for Kofi's chest?
We can't, because now we have to talk about something that always ends up dying, and that's Tegan's knees. So we have Damage Control show up on SmackDown for... only reasons is so that Tegan Knox can come back and help out this team with her and Liv Morgan. And I'm just like, is this really the answer? Because every time they try to give Tegan Knox a push, and I am a fan of Tegan Knox, I'm just not a fan of her knees. Because anytime she gets that opportunity to,
I'm a fan of her top body, not her bottom body.
Because they always let her down. They don't stand with her.
Manny, strike a pose right now. Or not strike a pose, or create a poll right now. Who's going to last long? Who's going to get y'all hurt first? Tegan Knox or Anthony Davis? Because one of them got to go. Two very talented people, but both of them, at the end of the day, be icing their knees to the point where you go like, y'all need to sit down.
Marcus, I can answer this question. It's going to be Anthony Davis. He's playing too well right now. I give him, 2 or 3 more games, he going to be hurt with some of his sideline. It's what's going to happen. It's what's going to happen.
But I think the real question is, Triple H, how much are you literally bringing back everybody? Are you bringing
He
back
did.
everybody?
Yeah.
I don't
The
think
women's black and gold is back. The only thing missing
done?
is Sasha and Charlotte.
Because word on the street, other than the fact that he's probably bringing back William Regal, apparently, because William Regal has some contract.
Oh no, this other one is
if Triple H
baffling me.
regained power, if Triple H got absolute power, he's allowed to go back to WWE, which is baffling to have that in his contract.
That's
And
dirt
if that's
sheet
true,
at its best.
If that's true, Tony Khan is the dumbest man.
It was very specific. If he has it on this day, and if Bishop Man has to step down due to sex scandal and NDA, I bet it was that specific.
You know, can I actually say I'm actually excited if William Regal goes back to NXT. I like William Regal in WWE. I think that he does a lot.
Like WWE. You like WWE.
I do. His son is already there, so I kind of figured he would be back. I mean,
I want him managing his son.
I would love that.
Hold on. Tegan's brought back this week. Eric Young got stabbed on Impact, so he can come
Eric
back.
Young. I don't want
Why
Eric
the
Young
fuck are we
back.
bringing back Eric Young? And
are they really bringing back Eric Young?
There's rumors of him coming back.
Why?
Yeah, it's apparently a done deal.
Because he talks like this.
Because Triple H want him back.
Unless they bring him back Saturday.
Possibly, because I imagine
he did nothing in NXT. He did nothing on the main roster. He might as well stay in Impact where they like him.
They're gonna bring back Sanity. It's gonna be Eric Young, Nikki Cross, and
Dang.
they're gonna bring back Killian Dane.
Big Damo.
So we have that. Buddy Murphy contract is up in 3 months, apparently. And he in the interview said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Buddy, we know what you're gonna do. But if you don't know what you're gonna do, we know what you're gonna do.
But also,
Triple H gonna be like, come on home, baby. Triple H got Tony Khan disease.
And FTR's contract is up in about April. But in wrestling terms, that's about 3 months too, because you do some dates and stuff like that, because they'll keep you off TV. But
go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, they're flirting that they might want to go around the indies and stuff like that, but you just kind of know that if Triple H is still in charge come April, Nick Khan is gonna have to, just like MJF said, Mr. Khan and Trips, you're gonna have to pony up that checkbook. I don't think Triple H is gonna pay that much money for MJF. I just don't think he would. But that's just my opinion.
He'd pay more than what Tony would probably be offering.
Well, we'll see.
I think Tony's gonna offer more, but because for all we know, Tony done re-up with him, and they worked it out. Because if Tony loses MJF, I'm gonna tell you this, that will be the absolute death of AEW.
Now,
at that point, I think that's the absolute. I think that is the.
Nah, they still got the Bucks. They've still got Kenny. They
have to. They have to. But I'm saying
I don't want them to have them. I would love to see the Elite go to WWE. I don't know why. Because surprisingly, Dynamite, I really enjoyed the way Kenny and the Bucks walked out singing to their theme song. I don't know. It's something about them. Maybe because they're channeling inner Petty. I was like, I kind of wish that the Lucha Bros would have went up 3-0 because, it's just.
Are you going to Dynamite to see them win the tag team titles?
What happened?
At the Fabulous Forum, you're gonna watch at the Fabulous Forum with their titles.
Man, them tickets is too hard to get. Probably.
No, they're not. They're not. The AEW is on this down, but again, the death of AEW if they don't re-sign MJF, because that means they would have lost 3 top stars in a matter of 3 years. They would have lost Cody, they would have lost Punk, then they would lose MJF. That's devastating. That's devastating. I feel like.
I think Tony's mistake was that he went all in on CM Punk. He went all in on Phil. I think Phil was supposed to be the thing, and when that didn't work out, the cracks in the armor, because we all know wrestling fans are fickle, but
no one hated CM Punk. The wrestling fans didn't hate CM Punk until he ate his cupcake.
Marcus, but I think a lot of people who love CM Punk are upset with Tony because he made the decision to keep the Elite over CM Punk.
Yeah. I mean, it's devastating. Like, you can keep the Elite, but you lost 3 of the biggest faces in your company. MJF is the top baby face / heel of his company. If he loses him, that would be absolutely devastating. But on the side note, I'm going to talk about what Papa Triple H is doing.
Wait, can I pause you?
He needs to stop. He needs to stop.
I just want to talk about the last random nugget that took place on SmackDown, and then we can talk about whatever you want, because I thought this was ridiculous and out of context. It's like right before the main event with Santos Escobar and Ricochet, we have a vignette with another one of Triple H reacquisitions, Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
Oh, Mysterio can't catch a break.
Yeah, I was like, this man just got beat up. But I guess at the same time, when you go ask Triple H, can I move to another show because I don't want to fight my son? People come and try to cash in checks on you. I was like, why y'all going after him? Karrion, what you doing? Then I thought to myself, Karrion ain't feuding with nobody, so yeah, go beat up Rey Mysterio.
Whenever you got nothing to do, it's always fun to beat up Rey Mysterio. And if they had somebody make a custom tarot card to pull out that. Like, who else was in that card? How many custom cards they have? I think one. I think it was only Ray. And they were like, wow, he got beat up in his home. Like, we could beat up Ray just in time for Christmas. He already got that for Thanksgiving. We're going to get him for Christmas. Maybe we go full Hanukkah and do all, what is it? How many days of Hanukkah is it?
8 days of Hanukkah.
8 days of
I think it's 8
Hanukkah.
days of Hanukkah.
Yeah, it's 8. Because of 8 crazy nights, I read out Al Celery. I'm just saying, all Hanukkah. He got him for Hanukkah.
Hey, Marcus, this was a question we had at work, and everybody was like, what's your number one Christmas movie?
We asked this on last week's show.
You did? We did, didn't we? Yeah, that's where it came from. Never mind.
Yeah, you said Love Actually.
I still stand by that.
Yeah, and I said Die Hard, and Manny said Home Alone like 7. I don't know.
Yeah, it's me. Where it's me.
Yeah. Manny with these
I defend my house with pots and pans.
So somehow Manny injures himself.
So
Marcus, your back may be hurting, but after me falling down the stairs yesterday, my knee is killing me.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tegan, don't do that.
I iced my knee.
So back to the whole thing about Tony Khan betraying the trust of his fan base, I would say. I think you're right, Marcus. If MJF does leave the company, it would be detrimental, but that's not to 2024. I just want to know, is there anything that Tony or AEW can do to right the wrongs or actually energize their product to have people care? Because according to one dirt sheet I saw, that the ratings for the Elite versus the the ratings went down. I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw that.
Yeah.
The ratings, they only popped 800 for MJF's triumphant return to TV.
Yeah. It's all, I think, the ratings are down because, again, a lot of the I think it's some of the backlash to the CM Punk and that schism. Not to talk about wrestling, but the schism of the Elite, Tony, and CM Punk. Punk still has his fans, and the Elite last week openly mocked CM Punk last week. And then why is the hell, Eric? I'm going to argue this. Why would your main event be the third match in this trio 7 match thing? We already got this last week and the week before or whatever. Why is this the main event? This could be the first match.
Well, let me just also point out, I don't even think
MJF is my main event.
I don't even think this best of 7 thing was even something that was worth really doing at this point in time. It's like, I don't know if you're just trying to reintroduce yourself. It seems like it's unnecessary. And then having a best of 7 when you have these guys have already fought so many times in the company. It's like, it's nothing fresh. It's not new. You've seen it all. They're going to flip. They're going to do some great stuff. It's like, I was
telling Marcus on Thursday, do you know how they had that long thing before they even got in the ring for the match to start?
And
at that point, I was tired of all the flips and stuff they did.
And let me go back because I know we never talked about that list.
I like to call it foreplay, Manny. That match was the beginning. That was just pure foreplay before we got into the actual match because we got to spice this up a little bit because we have no idea how we're going to do the same match 7 times.
No, it's like El Luchador had this comment. It was like a couple of weeks ago when I want to talk about the things that was holding the Ring of Honor talent is really like drawing back the thing because he says AEW has so many wrestlers he wants to see, yet he gets so many jobbers and Jeff Jarrett on TV. And I think that could even go back to Rampage. When you go to Rampage this week, the main event for Rampage was literally Orange Cassidy versus QT Marshall. Who wants to see that match. Like, where? And then you go back to Dynamite. You have Jade Cargill finally make it on Dynamite, and she's kind of talking about Nas as it's like more of her addressing her baddies not being with her, hanging out with the one that she kicked out. And I'm like, this doesn't move the needle for you to like. It was just like, what are we doing here? Where is the hook to keep me to watching your show, AEW?
Yeah, and that's the main problem with AEW. And I feel that I agree with the Ring of Honor stuff. All these signings, like, I think the epitome of what's wrong with AEW goes into the Samoa Joe AR Fox match. Right there. There. That's everything that's wrong with AEW in that segment right there. It's fine match. AR Fox did great. Everybody's happy, whatever. But here we go. AR Fox, indie darling. No video package on who this man is. We just gotta take Excalibur word for it. You probably have footage of him somewhere. At least show that. Give me a backstory. Make me emotionally care. It's for a random ass title I don't care about that Samoa Joe has. I think it's the TNT title, but it could be for the Ring of Honor TNT title because everybody has a fucking title.
I think it's too many titles. It's too many titles, and they don't do enough differentiation. Or that's not even a word, but they don't do enough to. They don't do it.
Is a word. It's math also.
They don't do enough to separate all the titles in there because it's like.
It's not just linguistics. It was math as well, Eric. You used those words. You have, a lot of flips, and it's like, oh, okay. And then you get Wardlow coming on the screen, and he's screaming at Joe, and then Wardlow should be your big deal.
Oh, did I freeze up? Or did he freeze up?
I think you froze up.
He's fine.
I didn't feel
you froze up.
Yeah.
Oh, I did? Because Marcus is still froze up in my screen.
Yeah, it's definitely you, because he's fine. He's John Moxley like a worm. For me.
Oh, now he's... Okay. Go figure.
But you have all this, and then Wardlow come up there, and him and Joe done broke up after being together for a week. And then he's up there bashing the name, talking about you came up with Ward Joe. Like, no, y'all fools came up with Ward Joe. That was the epitome of everything wrong with AEW right there. Is that they keep bringing people in, and they're not giving them backstories, and then you see them, and then they're gone for like 2 months or so. Like on Rampage this week, Darby Allin's feud with I guess Cole Carter, their match 1 month ago. And I go, what do I care about this?
It's like the Dark Order, not the Dark Order, the House of Black returning. And what, a footnote lasted on Dynamite? A footnote.
But let's talk about how Dynamite started off, though. Like, literally, it was Jon Moxley, and the next thing you know, he's feuding with Hangman. And it's like, why? They're both technically faces. Why are we having this battle between
Eric,
each
we
other?
know why. Because he knocked him the fuck out. That's why.
I'm just saying, you may go with that argument of being knocked the fuck out, but I don't see any UFC fighter or boxer going like, no, if you knock me the fuck out, I'm staying away from you.
It's wrestling. It's wrestling. There's money involved in it.
He didn't do anything dirty. He just knocked you the fuck out. That shows me you're weak.
Then I found out that even though Anna Jay is back with she's back with the Jericho pre, but she's back to being a magician again. I was like, oh man, we back to this, because when she got to the ring, she was like, and I'm like, oh Lord, no. Daniel Price. Well, according to many AEW fans, heels and faces don't matter anymore.
Well, you missed the first
And I think that mentality is what's actually wrong with. I'm trying to hide the comment now. Everybody keeps coming. I feel like that's the problem with AEW is that good guys and bad guys matter. In a way, if you want to keep it gray, you have to do it very well, like House of the Dragon. Okay, everybody's kind of gray and tweeting it that way. There's some bad people. Just look at Damon. Damon's a piece of shit.
Well, we all knew Damon was going to end up with his knees. Everybody knew he was going to end up with his knees. We just didn't know when it was going to happen.
He nasty and he commits murders. He murdered his last wife, and he didn't get his last other wife.
Marcus, he did not murder. He murdered his first wife. His second wife. Mark, his second wife died of natural causes, called a dragon.
Yeah. Suicide by dragon. Spoiler alert. But all right, so but he a piece of shit, but they do it very well that you still kind of root for him a little bit. But then you got his nephews who are a piece of shit. Aegon and Amon. They're pieces of shit. And so you draw the line right there. I'm with the blacks. They're the faces of this storyline.
How did this turn into a House of the Dragon, Marcus?
I'm just saying that they're talking about good guys and bad guys, and you have a line. Or if you're watching Star Wars, you clearly know who good and evil is.
But Marcus, you know the thing about it, when House of the Dragon comes back, by that time we'll know if MJF is still in AEW or not, because that's when his contract is fired.
By the time House of the Dragon I'm gonna forget all these names. I'm gonna be like, that's Patchy Eye, and with the sapphire.
Well, that's how I remember their name, Patchy Eye.
Patchy Eye. That's that old bitch. See that old bitch that had the dragon to kill all those people.
I just want to point out, I almost died laughing on NXT when they dug up Dante Chen to lose the Dijak. I was like, I ain't seen Dante Chen in I don't know how long.
Hey, but Eric, here's the difference between WWE and AEW right now. And AEW has room for improvement. This is a teachable moment. But when WWE dug up Dante Chen, they didn't put him in no goddamn title match.
They did not. They did not.
AEW, they will dig your ass up and be like, you know what? You got a Ring of Honor TV match tonight. Oh, shit. You fighting for the All-Atlantic title tonight. Oh, really, me? QT. And then, how about this, Eric, on Rampage? Sheeta has a video package talking shit. I forget who she talking shit to.
I think it's Tony Storm.
Was it?
I think so.
I don't think it was. Was it?
I could go. Let me find out.
She was talking shit, and she's like, "I'm even gonna put this belt on the line." And I go, "Sheeta, what belt's that? What belt's that, Sheeta? You don't just be throwing out new belts. Why does everybody have a belt? Don't bring every indie belt to the thing.
No,
don't
but see, the thing that's the thing that I have an issue with.
Even ask you about that belt.
But no, it's like with I think it was Dark or whatever the other show that comes on Friday when the Acclaim calls out their next challenger. It is FTR, and they come up with all the other belts. And it's like, man, y'all gotta stop showing these other companies belts on your show. They not your belts.
That's FTR's business.
But Marcus, if you're gonna call other people out, if you're gonna call Sheet out, you're gonna call everybody out for what other people belts. Dale Price says, I'm sure AR Fox is athletic, but look how many people are deserving.
Pause. You need to say it like you said it last year.
Daniel Price says, I'm sure AR Fox is athletic, but look how many people more deserving got passed up just to give him a title shot against Joe. It's a long list. Daniel Price actually won that battle because I haven't seen the person ever since.
Chris.
I don't even remember the other person's name.
It was Chris because I remember someone being called Chris.
But if you want to relive that moment, tune into the dump where Manny will dump all 12 best dumps on you during the holiday season.
Damn.
It's 120 gigs there. It's going to be a long upload.
Again, you could just upload them and just air them back to back to back, Manny. But nope, you choose to dump it all in one shot.
I don't understand why you blowing your load in one shot, Manny.
Watch time, Eric. Watch time.
It's strategic. It's strategic YouTubing. Okay.
Okay.
It's strategic YouTubing. But that's all AEW got to do is get just consistent storytelling. Just give me a week to week story of consistent wrestlers. If you want to, eliminate some of the titles. SmackDown kept this shit simple on this week, and they said there's a World Cup that we don't care about, but they said it's on the line, and I had to agree when they made it a main event.
They made that World Cup match feel like it was more important than the Battle Royal. I mean, and at the end, this is the final shot. Like, literally, they ended SmackDown with a mid-card title and a person holding a trophy that has no relevance. But that's how SmackDown ended, and I'm hyped for it. I mean, Ricochet looked like a star that Vince never saw. And true, Vince died again, especially if he was on the date and he saw Ricochet win. And he was like, shit.
This whole episode killed Vince.
I just want to point out.
This whole episode killed Vince.
Everybody talks about Triple H getting hired, being and putting power. The person who has to be the happiest, Ricochet, Richard O'Shea.
Eric, there's always, whenever there's a crime, they always say who has the most to benefit.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think Ricochet leaked whatever information out because he done saved the day. He's the one featured all the time on every episode since Vince left.
People already
like, God damn it, you can do this. I don't care what you did with Shayna Baszler. Okay, I don't care what you did with the Bearcat Keith Lee or fire Gary Cross and put him in a gladiator outfit. I don't care about that. what you did with excuse me, with Ricochet was downright disrespectful, Vince, and you need to burn in hell for that.
El Luchador, since you're in the chat room, I have a question for you. Are you still as high on AEW as you once were, or has it kind of fizzled out some?
Of course he is. The only thing he hates about AEW right now is Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, they threw Jeff Jarrett on Rampage too with Jay Lee.
I don't think
that a tag team.
Jeff Jarrett not only got on Rampage, he got to cut a promo. I don't need that. I don't need a slapnuts promo in 2022. I just don't. Especially when there's so many more deserving individuals on their roster that could be featured.
Well, we're watching Jeff Jarrett on Retro. He's just as interesting right now as he is back then.
Well, the one thing Jeff Jarrett got going for him...
Hold on. He's got Deborah attached to him. At least that made him interesting.
The one thing about Jeff Jarrett, he is always going to be more interested in Nick Aldis. So, I mean, that's one thing.
Oh, you dare say that N-word over here.
Tune in 2 weeks with Nick Aldis, your House of Glory champion, when he fights Jacob Fatu, the other member of the bloodline that no one talks about.
You're going to get as many views as you did get this week.
I can't wait for Nick Aldis.
Wow.
You know, I didn't realize how many views we had this week.
Mark, you guys didn't do a show this week.
Yeah, but I think if we did do a show this week, we would have beat this Thursday's Untitled Mania Market Show. No one watched it. No one cared about anything that happened this
Apparently, everyone seemed to care about what nonsense we spoke about on Friday.
Okay, you guys, you have to understand that I think the reason why is that no one is watching wrestling right now. It is the holiday season. It's post-Thanksgiving in the States. Christmas is coming up. People are shopping. World Cup is going on. Wrestling is clearly not the thing that is popping. I mean, it's perfectly fine. We have highs and lows. And I think the ability to go and live in the past, and especially in the picture with Steve Austin, it's pretty much like putting that thick girl on there. And Manny's sticker video did pretty good.
Oh, complete.
Look at all them men in that book.
I didn't see an ounce of color there.
Sticky men. What are you talking about? The World Cup is the blackest league in the world.
El Luchador X Marco, he said they have built up enough good charity with me. I'm still riding with them. So he, in some ways, he admits that the luster ain't there as much as it used to be because he's still riding because he got a ride.
Yeah, but
oh yeah, fuck Bow Wow. If everybody know, I don't need that. I don't need that at all. Like,
no,
stop,
Eric. I think I don't know if you were a part of this, but can you put together your 2000 rappers if you had to build a Survivor Series team out of the year 2000?
Just saying, you'll lose to my team
because we had Ross made us do this, I believe, on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Thursday. We didn't do a show on Tuesday.
Oh, you're right. So Thursday, we've had to put together our 2000, it's probably 2015-ish kind of new millennium Y2K kind of rapper list.
Right. So
because Tony Khan assembled his with Bow Wow, Rick Ross.
So new millennium rappers. So I don't like. So they have to be young or something like that.
No, just pick a team.
Like Fabulous in his prime, or Ja Rule, or
people that are popping in year 2000.
Bubba Smart.
Okay, so I can start off with Young Jock. He's going down. Young Jock. Although he ain't what he used to be. Mike Jones, because you can know who he is. Mike Jones.
You know what? If Mike Jones is in a wrestling team, I think everybody be yelling Mike Jones. I think that'd be the most over shit.
Hey, and the man that's always they try to catch a Ryan Durley, who's more money outside of rap, Chameleonaire. I mean, come on, man.
The G unit of Dynamite.
Because I'm not supposed to name the good rappers, right? I'm supposed to name these low budget rappers.
I mean, you can name good rappers.
Well, Marcus has Eminem in his team.
Eminem on my team because Eminem was in his, that was prime Eminem. That was when he was on top of the world, when he was going triple diamond or some shit for doing his random raps about his mama. What you saying?
I would waste my time if I put Chingy on my list.
No, because I put him right there. I think I stole that from Manny when I said the same name.
What about the People's Champ, Paul Wall?
Oh, we didn't put him in there. Yep. How about Fat Joe?
I'm not a big Fat Joe fan.
You don't have to be. He's in that list.
The Game, JCI was there.
You keep building your list because I got the whole of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow.
I honestly consider them more 90s, and then just pop back up every now and then. They pop up back now and then.
You
Sean
can't. You can't mention Sean Paul because then we're gonna have to start.
Dirty. I'll take your old Wu-Tang Clan, and I'll take the man who had it popping in Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, because Lil Jon made a lot of money.
Now, can broke Rihanna make my list? Not rich Rihanna we get today. I'm talking about broke ass Rihanna.
Nah, man. Pawn the replay? Nah.
I forget what was it? Yeah.
Can I take Justin Timberlake when he went to his hip hop phase?
I would have Snowman.
Oh, Black Justin Timberlake.
I would have Jeezy.
Oh, Jeezy is in there.
And I would probably have the artist formerly known as Kanye, not the guy right now, but the other guy.
Nah.
I know.
Nah. You can't put. You can't hit. Once he went with Hitler, you can't.
Marcus Hitler. Yeah. But Marcus, what about Nelly? Did Nelly make the list? And the St. Louis Ticks?
I'm gonna do the rest of the interview like this. And be Kanye.
Well, this is the end of the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
So honestly,
this is when I leave. When Manny says I'm gonna be Kanye,
yeah.
and they'll be like, Chris Paul slept with Kim.
Okay.
The way he left Twitter was the funniest thing ever. Oh, yeah. Before I go,
I just want to let you know this man got caught with my wife. Arguably number one cat, Pharrell. Pharrell was in everything.
Pharrell was
everywhere. My real team: Pharrell, Snoop, Jay-Z.
Is this? Hold on. Is this No Limit Snoop? It's No Limit Snoop, huh?
No, it's
you got
all
No Limit Snoop. You got No Limit Snoop.
Dr. Dre,
Kelly Rowland.
Oh, why would it be Kelly Rowland?
Because you know you want Kelly Rowland.
Ludacris. You don't want to pick Beyonce. Ludacris.
Luda.
Outkast.
I take clips.
Outkast.
Yeah. Outkast is a really good choice, actually.
Do you take Drake? Because Drake in early.
I got Drake. I got him in 2010. Drake. Early Drake is good, but I'm saying I consider him in the next stage of hip hop. He's that decade is
okay. So
he's the front of that decade.
JK, let's be real, because you're from Florida.
Trick Daddy would be like
you're from Florida, and Trick Daddy is straight Florida. That is like, You can
put Too Short in there.
Hey, know who I really like right now? Rick Ross.
Oh.
Yeah, the boss, man.
Well, I think Rick Ross has a place in the wrestling business.
He do, and also in the restaurant business too. Moving in wings.
Stuff. But yeah.
Anyway, this show is pretty much over. You guys know that, right? So we can end it anytime, unless we want to keep talking about music.
Bubba Sparks. Why do people keep bringing up Bubba Sparks?
Because they feel dirty.
Because I added him. I'm sure Lucy Dark, he probably didn't watch Thursday, but I added Bubba Sparks. Mine was Bubba Sparks, Foxy Brown.
Do you know what I was listening? It came up randomly on my Apple Music the other day. Miss Jade.
Who the hell is Miss Jade?
I haven't heard that name. That's
yeah, exactly. I don't know what prompted that to come up on my
one song somewhere. I can't remember the actual song, but I do know that name.
Manny, what are you currently listening to? Are you still in your
I don't listen to new stuff anymore.
I know, because I think you're at that age where people stop listening to new stuff.
That's me too. I'm at that point. I did put on King Disease 3 and then turned it off. This has nothing to do with King Disease. I think I just tired of Nas in the past 3 years. Like, I'm tired of hearing you, Nas. Go away.
That's his best one, though.
What, 3?
Yeah. Three bangs, man.
It was all right. But I thought the other ones were better. Maybe I think I'm just tired of hearing Nas. It's too much work. I need you to disappear. As a rapper, you can't come out with an album every 6 months. Okay? You got to come back every now and then.
The last rap album I listened to yesterday was Freddie Gibbs. So I've been listening to that a lot.
I don't think the last album I actually listened to probably in this whole was Kendrick Lamar. I think that was it.
Okay.
That's probably the last album I listened to in its entirety.
So you've never checked out Freddie Gibbs?
Huh? I listened to it a little bit, but I didn't finish it.
Oh,
it was good.
Ain't about that life, huh?
Does
Usher count?
He's a more R&B. If you put an R&B faction together, and I also put Justin Timberlake in that too.
Let me also point out, Luchador, that Drake album was whack. I mean, I tried to listen for 21 Savage, but I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Also, when I thought about when we were doing our yearly, recap or what was our moments of the year, I was going through what pay-per-view was the year because I had a hard time trying to remember which one. I was going back and forth between my options, and then I remember we went to day one, and I went, "Oh shit, the Migos was on this. Damn, rest in peace, Takeoff." That was immediately when I went my head like, "God damn!" That was probably the last time I actually saw Takeoff. Was day one. I was like, what the hell? That's how the year started.
I've never heard of this album, and I might have to listen to it.
What?
It's a Pusha T album. It's Almost Dry, Ye versus Pharrell. I guess Pharrell and that person who shall not be named. Oh, Earth Gang is fire.
I'm not gonna say shit. I'm gonna still listen to Kanye. I don't give a fuck.
I've stopped wearing Yeezys because of him.
Well, you should have stopped wearing Yeezys because they were ugly. But that's just me. That's an old man talking.
You stop wearing Yeezys because you can sell that shit, Manny, years from down the line. And be like, remember when Kanye ruled the world of shoes?
Well, Adidas are going to start selling them shit with just not calling them Yeezys anymore.
The way they are, but the way that you say Adidas is so proper. I think it sounds so right.
I don't think nobody's gonna buy them Adidas Yeezys without Kanye's approval. That's just you can't do it. You can't do it.
Hey, so Marcus, also, what do you feel about LeBron James calling out the media, man?
Oh, man, that was a tactical move by one of his advisors because I don't think he's smart enough to come up with that. But why y'all ain't ask me about Jerry Jones? Y'all ask me about everybody, and I'm like, he do got a point.
You're right though. You're right.
They do ask him about everybody else. And then people are like, no, because you play basketball. No, they ask LeBron about everything.
Yeah.
They ask LeBron about everything.
But then I saw the picture of him, Jerry Jones, and Hulk Hogan, and I'm just like, damn, why they think of that picture? Like of all the pictures.
That can't be a real picture.
I think it is.
I couldn't imagine them three in the same voice at the same time.
Why not,
Marcus? Hulk Hogan don't hate black people. Let's remember this. He don't hate black people. He just don't want them inside his daughter.
I think that's the best way to end this show.
That's the exact same reason your ex-owner of the Clippers had to sell the team.
Yeah, he doesn't hate black people. He just doesn't hate black people. He just didn't want them inside his side piece.
Or was his problem more with just Magic Johnson in general?
Yeah, he hated Magic Johnson. No, but he was a racist too. He was a racist slumlord too.
There was a lot going on with that guy. Donald Sterling was yeah. Jerry Jones a Sith Lord. No, he was not. Some of them Yeezys look like moose knuckles dipped in melted candle wax doing an acid trip going wrong.
They do. It's about the brand.
I ain't never said, you know what? I need these. Oh, I just struck down in my chair as I slid.
It's about the brand.
Yeah, I'm good.
Some stuff it's not about night. Like I can get some knockoff Yeezys. They look just like Yeezys, but if they're not official, don't matter.
You want for Chris?
It's the name. It's like Balenciaga. All that shit looks disgusting, but shit sells because it's
Balenciaga.
Shit.
What the fuck? Yeah.
What you want?
Balenciaga. What the fuck?
You want some Balenciaga, Marcus? You want me to get you some Balenciaga?
Yeah, I think we can get it cheap now, though.
No.
I got this before the ad. I'm okay.
I think the worst thing that happened for them was that Kanye even doubled down. I stand by you guys. I'm like, this is not the one person you want to stand with right now. Stay away.
Stay away from Kanye.
So what's on your grown-up Christmas list, Marcus?
Time.
I can't get you that.
I want time, damn it. If someone can get me time,
so,
I'll take it.
Manny, I'm gonna get him a watch.
Very thoughtful.
What?
Or Eric, you're gonna get me Scarlett coming in with the sandcloth TikTok and then walk away.
Marcus, I think if I got you Scarlett coming to your house, you'd be like, Eric, that might be the best Christmas ever. True, you might have Carrie Cross on the door knocking on what's going on.
He gets choked out afterwards.
Oh, baby, come in. Oh, he coming in too? But he
Daniel Price said I should get you a Flavor Flav. So, Betty, you still want Pokeball? That's what you want for Christmas?
I don't want Pokemon for Christmas.
Oh. You want Time too?
I don't know. I'm all into my desk setup at the moment.
Oh, you want some Grove Bay? Grove Bay, sponsor this band.
I don't know Grove made anything.
I want 50 more subscribers or 60 more subscribers so we can get to 400 where we can watch Cocaine Bear in peace and have a reason to do it. Okay? We can watch it in peace. Hey, did you see the trailer of Cocaine Bear?
I refuse to watch the trailer of Cocaine
Watch
Bear.
the trailer of Cocaine
The trailer
Bear.
looks incredible.
No, because you know what?
I expected it to be.
Let me tell you guys something. See,
I couldn't stop laughing. I watched it 3 times.
I'm not bound by the agreement that it has to be $400 to watch Cocaine Bear, because if I watch it and the trailer is great, I might just go ahead and watch the movie. That's just what I'm gonna do, because I'm considering if I'm gonna go see Violent Night tonight just because I like train wrecks.
Hey,
The best part of that trailer is bears can't climb trees. Oh shit!
That's what they do. That's what they do. That made me laugh so hard. Oh, shit. This is the dumbest movie to ever come out, but amazing. Inspired by actual events, which is amazing too.
You gotta love it. But anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this hodgepodge of an episode. Yeah, talking about Ricochet probably killed the views of this show too, because Vince is right. Ricochet don't equal money, but wrestling doesn't do it right now. So
to be fair, I'm probably gonna change the full thing to this.
Why not? Why not? You're gonna get the knee fetish guys. You gotta figure it out. There's a knee fetish, guys.
You know, like I'm looking at her tattoos on her legs, and like Tegan Knox looks like she didn't commit all the way like Rhea Ripley did. Like Rhea Ripley was, I'm just gonna do the whole leg. Like she started and went to spots.
Do you know how much they hurt?
It's the money. Yeah, it's the money difference. Yeah, it becomes money. It becomes a money issue.
Anyway, you get knee joints, you fucking kill. I mean,
she probably started that tattoo.
He did that bit on my elbow. I was ready to tap out. That's like a line. That's a very small line. Like, nope. Please stop. Please stop.
Her tattoo on her knee probably damn near killed her. On their knees.
It's probably why her knees are so fragile right now.
Oh. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I forget what we were talking about.
We called the show, Marcus. It was called. We're wrapping it up. So stay safe. And to Bray Wyatt pisses Manny off Borg for not wrestling and just talking.
And the worst crime you can commit is dick riding without a license.
I don't know why that looks like a scene from CSI.
Marcus, I thought it was
just discovered. Oh my God! I know who the true killer is.
It also looked like a scene from an uncut version of Black Panther. Just like, oh, he's the new Killmonger.
I would accept.
I can slice that in there.
I would accept him being in Black Panther.
Didn't he have a funny line this week on Dynamite that we didn't talk about? It was quick. When he just I think he told somebody to shut the hell up or something.
Matt Hardy. Wasn't it Matt Hardy or something?
Yeah, he said shut the hell up and get to the back.
Yeah, I died laughing. I don't know why. Just the way he said it.
The fact that Matt Hardy is back with Private Party again bothers me too.
Eric,
his interview with Renee was really good. If people need to
because Renee really knows how to handle those oral sessions. You know, she does a very good job with her podcast.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to make some random thing about that.
No, I'm not trying. I'm not having John Moxley look for me.
He talked quite heavily about his own mental health, and I think it's important to state that, especially around this time of year, if you're feeling low, go get the help, because this is a difficult time for some people. So I would, if you're feeling low and stuff like that, reach out to someone at least. Don't bottle it up and let it boil under the skin.
Yeah.
Look after yourselves.
And remember, bears can climb trees also.
Yes. And like and subscribe us.
Hit that bell for a notification, and go to the donate button.
And
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Apparently, we tapped into a new market, the shovel market, where people just like to see people get hit over the head with shovels. Because that video did not have that many videos.
That shovel video is incredible.
Eric, you got to show up on Retro again. It's the most fun time of the year.
You guys record on Fridays. I work on Fridays. So
no, we don't.
It wasn't. We record whenever.
Yeah, it's kind of whenever.
You just have to make it work for everyone.
You know, I'm having so many outside activities. I need to go back to doing shit.
I know you hanging out with models and shit, and doing. I guess you're in porn. I don't know what you do. But...
First of all, I am not in porn. I'm in classy art, sir. Classy art.
No, you ain't.
And
don't follow Eric's photo Instagram because you'll just get sad photos every time. and stories of just him talking to himself.
hey, I don't do none of that. But my last story I posted of Suit Dog doing the Animal Planet, greatest thing ever.
No, your last post was about a box. Like, I ain't getting a box because that'd be too difficult to store. I was like,
oh yeah, the posting box, man.
Where's this man on?
The posting box was nice.
I was like, we need to have a conversation.
Well, you know, that's the photo page. People on the photo page know what I'm talking about. If I go to the other page, I talk about food.
Eric, I'm gonna ruin your Christmas and get you that.
Don't you give me no posing box, Marcus?
I'll get you that posing box, and you ain't gonna have nowhere to put it. And you're gonna be like, God damn.
But you know what's gonna happen? Fiasco is gonna make life on that.
It's gonna be Fiasco.
Damn that cat.
Take a picture of me like one of your French girls.
Marcus, don't you buy me no damn posing cube.
It's gonna happen. And I'm gonna put the script of Titanic 2 on there. Just because.
Shout out the scripts.
May he rest in peace.
I told you he wasn't coming back.
Eric, I may get a scripts, what's it called? But I put them on a t-shirt with that picture on there, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
That's gonna make me laugh.
I straight killed the club. Is there any questions in the chat room since we're still here? We might as well, if you guys got questions.
I had a question. Quick question, Eric. What do you think of the I don't know if we got your opinion on the deadline match that Shawn Michaels a minute with all the convolution and all the time, and I don't know what's going on with it. The Iron Man.
It seemed extremely convoluted for the match, and I didn't pay attention. And unfortunately, I didn't finish NXT this week. When he showed me the committee of who was making the decision and who was going to be in the match, I was like, these motherfuckers can't make no decision. I
trust the only person I trust in there is Molly Holly. She's the only level-headed one I can trust.
Producer throw titles in trash cans.
I was like,
Road Dogg thinks he's better than Bret Hart.
I was like, they were just a rogue drug dealer to walk into the room from shit going bad, and that's just bad saying that, but it was true. I never thought those people would be the ones who could evaluate stuff.
All right, next question. Royal Rumble, Steve Austin or Shawn Michaels? Who's going to be in there? Who's going to come out first?
It should be Steve Austin.
He's going to come out first?
Because Marcus, honestly, I don't need to see Shawn Michaels in the ring at all without a hat or anything because he is not Shawn Michaels. He is a figment of his former self.
It's at the Alamo Dome.
Nah, man.
Well, apparently they're doing gangbusters with that, and they're bragging about how much money they're about to make on that shit.
$5 million
already. Yeah,
I consider going.
Just past the Garcia, they're talking about making all the money in the world for Royal Rumble already. I'm like, just chill, okay? About all the money y'all making.
I considered going, but I was like, there's nothing else to do in San Antonio.
And with that, goddamn, fuck U.S. soccer. Fuck them.
Marcus, the fact that you have faith that U.S. soccer would be good, I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, I know why we lost.
Hey.
We know why we lost.
I would normally make fun of U.S. soccer right now, but U.S. soccer has come a long way since I want to say since '94.
As the announcer was saying,
long way.
As the announcer was saying, we're one striker away from being actually a really good team.
I don't think you're one striker away. I think if you continue, if the way U.S. soccer is coming, if it continues to be like how you bring it up, like grassroots in American football, where kids are playing it from a very young age.
Yeah, they are.
I think
they're also playing sports.
Yeah, you start developing. They start developing a better team.
They got to take a page out of WWE's book and go find these athletes in other places. It's like, we need to recruit.
But with the building popularity of MLS, I think that's what's really helping out American soccer right now.
Yeah, because it's not just retiring old European players coming over for one last run.
Is there any truth that Messi's coming to play for Inter Miami? I saw that headline. I'm like, oh,
it kind of true, but I think PSG are trying to offer him another contract.
But they got Mbappe. Why do they need that?
It didn't help ain't that
Messi.
good.
It's fucking Messi.
Mbappe ain't that good by himself.
Oh,
Mbappe can't play by himself. He needs people around him.
So is Messi still
Mbappe sound like a beat up old dog, man?
So I mean,
Mbappe can't go to the bathroom by himself no more.
So Manny, you have to educate me. Is Messi still the best soccer player in the world? Messi.
He's one of because
who's the best?
There's still that debate of who's the GOAT, and you go Ronaldo or Messi.
Yeah,
but who's the current GOAT right now?
Again, it's like wrestling, where you can argue that it's Bryan Danielson or who else is in the Ultimate? Dax.
Did you say?
Even though Dax is great, I would never call Dax the best in the world.
It's not Harry Kane.
No, Harry Kane has to win something before you can even consider him to be good.
No, I just remember Harry Kane from previous. When does England play?
Tomorrow at 7.
Are you going to a pub?
Of course I am.
Yeah, I will be rooting Manny in bitterness and hatred.
No, you're rooting against me. I know what you're doing. And I would be doing the exact same if it was you.
I don't understand, Marcus. How you gonna root against Manny and I's country? I mean, I think England is gonna get
You're from Belgium.
No, I'm not. I went, Marcus. At that time, my ancestry DNA was updated. I'm now my white country is England, 9%.
Stop spitting in cups.
No, wait. So you're 9% from England.
Yeah.
And is that the dominant one?
Yeah, that's the dominant white one. Then the Scotland afterwards.
Fucking Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and then after that is Wales.
Damn. So what part of this is what African country are you? Nigeria?
Oh man, let me go
you
back.
You better
to
be
it.
Nigeria.
You Nigerian?
It has Nigerian, but I also have Mali.
And, I don't care what drugs you're using, Eric. I don't care what drugs you're using. Or selling.
Let me give you my exact breakdown. Hold on.
Oh, this is one of your frivolous.
Half of this is me.
This is your frivolous spending days, isn't it? When you did your ancestry.com.
Yeah. So Nigeria is number 1. Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu is number 2. Ivory Coast number 3. England is number 4. Oh, Mali is number 5, and then Scotland is number 6. Senegal, Benin, then Sweden and Denmark, Ireland, the east central part of Nigeria, and then Wales.
You got the dirtiest blood I've ever heard in my life.
Muggle blood.
I want to find out my half culture and realize, Marcus is for the Philippines.
Marcus.
Then we dab up, Marcus.
Hey, Mark, you about to find out though. You know why, right?
Find out with the Noah family.
No, you know what you about to find out, right? Because Tanisha asked for an ancestry DNA thing for Christmas, and that's what Shantae got her.
Oh, so I'm gonna find out. Well, that's the cheap way to do this, but
yeah.
Hey, what? Home part of No High family. Yes, I'm in the bloodline. That's what I'm trying to get. We the ones. We the ones.
Wow.
And y'all the dudes.
And then we'll call him Manu for the rest of his life.
or I'm gonna find out I'm Jewish and realize Kanye West hates me. That's what's gonna happen. Oh. You're really? Oh yes. Kanye West hates me. All right,
that's it. That's the show.
That's it. Go home. Get out of here, everybody. Get out of here. Go eat Nike or crutches. This is an insult. I just saw this. This is an insult. I don't appreciate that.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later. I don't know who's in charge.